touch the bottom where we come from. Me no pray for little paper, need a lump sum. Real spill, yeah, a recipe, yeah. Broke, real, little rich, all in love with her. She look. Me know what the fame made me. I won't let it change me. I'm the same man. I stay myself, I never change. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty sort of treat me like a stain. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rolling from the cradle to the grave. Yeah, yeah, yeah. On my hood, on my block. Yeah. On my, I won't stop. Yeah. Play with me, let it, yeah.
NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. This one fielded at the 5. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the third phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And how about the big play created here? Big-time effort, and that can help his team.
Second straight week, he's forced a fumble. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And as he sees the play clock ticking down, Marvin Lewis decides to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down following the run. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
The play clock's running down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On first down, Peterman. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Nick Vigil coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. On second down, here's Peterman. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McGee. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Watch it now, Barney. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Play clock winding down. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
After the interception, here's Peterman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. From the shotgun, Peterman. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Peterman now to throw on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now let's go. Gone. Over. Hey, alert 3. Detroit.
Time running out here on the play clock. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Back to throw. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. Third down here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Bernard. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to let it go. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Here's Peterman to throw. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now, here come the Bengals. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Monte Nicholson picks it. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Here we go now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
The carry here for the big tight end. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to let it go deep. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. On the screen, Bernard. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Matt Darr now in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now Peterman on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's McGee. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Throwing now, Peterman on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Peterman. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. but that's one step in the proper direction.
On third down, Peterman. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football. So the D-line's going to spread out.
I got number 18. I got you, 18. All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. First carry here for Robinson. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, Peterman. And finding the tight end, Hooper. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now Peterman on first down. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Back to throw here. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Room to run past midfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Peterman. Throwing right, and that's complete. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. A first throw for the backup, Ryan. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Again, it's Peterman. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Now Peterman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now they run with Mixon, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running.
And now here's another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now Ryan on first down. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Throwing once more, Peterman. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
To throw again is Peterman. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Gold to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the D looking like they may blitz. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
On first down, Peterman. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first and 10, it's Peterman. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. On the toss, here's Robinson. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Peterman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Nick Vigil. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001. He's got a man, complete, and he's brought down after a good gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now Mixon, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to let this one go deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Let's go!
After the interception, here's Peterman. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards on the play. So with the yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 3.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And now a first down following that long gain.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Peterman. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Check that guy.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And it's up and good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No, check. Patriot.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to let it go deep. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. Sterling Shepard, 130 receiving yards thus far in that one. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So out come the Falcons now. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. To throw is Peterman. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Peterman to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to let it go deep. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20. Not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. He got 29 yards that time. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that time.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Now let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. They'll throw on 1st down with Peterman. A swing pass caught. That one goes for 24 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Now they'll throw it with Peterman. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of that, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Set. Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Over. Now let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Here's Peterman to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. Now it's Peterman. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Peterman looking to throw again. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons add on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and And down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Now the Bengals on third down. The struggle has been real. They have had ample opportunities. They've yet to cash one in. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to let it go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. Now Peterman on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Peterman. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by George Iloka. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The toss play to Mixon. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully? And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. So if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
23 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people.
And he is going to go down. Back back at the 11-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
All right, here we go.
On second down, here's Peterman. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd and goal, Peterman. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for him with Peterman. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Big hit to the shoulder pads, took him right off his feet, right at the 10-yard line. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
All right, here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you. And
my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and It's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he's going to let it go deep. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And now here's another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Second down following the incompletion.
All right, here we go.
Now it's Peterman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to let it go deep. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. They'll look to throw. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go now.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jonathan Allen in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And here now come the Falcons. They've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember the last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They go play action here on 1st down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. They'll run here with Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
This is brought in at the 21. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Peterman. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now Peterman on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time He was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They're going to run this with a tight end. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back to throw here. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Matt Darr now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Oh, Peterman going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Here's Peterman to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by George Iloka. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
About to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, this is Denard Robinson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Again, it's Robinson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Here's Peterman. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Here we go. All right, now look at 56.
They're not running it. Peterman wants to throw it. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Around the NFL, they're in the fourth now in Green Bay. And give that one to the Bears as they wind up winners. Here's Peterman to throw. Sam Bradford, nearly 300 passing yards to lead his crew. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing once more, Peterman. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken short. The final score now coming from Nashville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Marcus Mariota, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Atlanta, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.
Yeah, low fish.